Okay, so guys, I'm going to do something again completely different on this channel, or something new, not different. Probably it is different, but something new on this channel. And I thought probably to keep you guys up to date about anything anime, manga, video games, manga, any of that stuff, news that come out through the week. So starting today, Tuesday, July 12th, right? What I'm going to do is possibly post up 2 to 3 videos per week pertaining to news on all those subjects: anime, manga, webtoons, any of that. Most of my news will be coming from directly from Anime News Network, so I will be dropping the links on the articles that I found most interesting that is posted there on daily, and just summarizing, reading a little bit of the article and summarizing, giving my thoughts on it. And if anything, I'll do, like, if I post on a Friday, it'll cover anything from it depending on when I do from the week. So today I'll be talking about today's news Tuesday, and yesterday's news Monday, if anybody never saw anything of that sort. And I'll just see how it goes. So it just keeps you guys up to date on top of me doing my regular videos, my reaction videos, my recommendation videos, and my review videos, just to give you guys something to keep up to date with the ever-growing industry. So to start off, which is probably the most interesting article I saw, this dude who is known for Love Hina and for UQH holder Nagi, the creator Ken Akamatsu, is going to be part of Japan's Councilors, House of Councilors. He is the first mangaka to have a seat in a political setting. And the reason for it, let me just read what the article says. It says various Japanese media services projected on Sunday evening that the Liberal Democratic Party, or LDP, has won enough votes in the 26th House of Councilors election to secure a seat for the manga creator Ken Akamatsu. In a Twitter post announcing the win, Ken Akamatsu noted that he will be the first manga creator in Japan's legislation. Such novelists such as Grave of the Fireflies, Akiyuki Nosaka has previously been legislators. So I'm guessing he's the first manga creator, and then we had where Akiyuki was the first novelist. They're doing something. And the reason for him doing that is, like, he stated that his major goal is to protect the freedom of expression. He ended his UQ holder Magister Nagi Magi 2 manga in February during his campaign. So he went on campaign during December or before that. Okay, so he's been into politics since 2011, and during his run and him being in politics is because of Japan's fair use in terms of copyright and everything. And it says here that when he warned that proposed changes to Japan's copyright law would destroy derivative doujin or self-published works. So if you know, Naruto is by Masashi Kishimoto, but there's people that make fan-made comics. He's trying to protect that under Japan's fair use of law. Now, anybody that's into law and knows Japan's laws in terms of copyright, in terms of creations, in terms of art like manga and stuff, I will love to hear what you guys think of this. Like, if you can dive more into explaining it, because of course I'm not from Japan, so I don't really know their laws that well, but it'll be great if someone who has an understanding, even a basic understanding of it, can break it down for us in the comments below. But I think what Akamatsu is doing is tremendous. It's tremendous help to creators all over, people who make fan work and is trying to make a living off of it, not quite wanting to dive into, becoming a creator in, say, Shueisha or Shonen Jump or something, but they're trying to still have the legal rights to produce these works and not get hit with all these rules and regulations and possibly lawsuits for something that, again, they have fair use for. So my man is doing great things, okay? And it said this year Akamatsu characterized criticism from the Global Gender Equality Organization, UN Women, as external pressure to regulate Japan's freedom of expression, especially for manga, anime, and games, and added that such pressure is not new. He elaborated that such regulations need to be approached with rationality and not be obeyed simply because an outsider party is demanding it. Man, this sounds like such good news for anime and manga fans. Like, seriously, I cannot wait to see what he's doing in the future, to hear any future news of how his impact to protect doujin writers, just overall any writer, any content creator, by him proposing some rules and regulations and different things that can be changed in the law to protect them underneath Japanese fair use of laws, fair use of copyright, and all the such. But congrats to Akamatsu, man, for making it and getting a seat, because we need more people like him. We need more people like him and Akiyuki to just, like, you know, have a voice for this industry. There needs to be some changes. So with that being said, we'll get into the next one, which is actually with Chainsaw Man, because Chainsaw Man just came out today. Chainsaw Man Part 2 came out today, and come to find out, it is ranking on #1 on US Monthly Book Scan June list. Okay, so June passed, and right now it took up, like, out of 20 spots, it probably took up probably 3 spots. So #1 is Tatsuki Fujimoto's Chainsaw Man Volume 11, taking #1 spot. Then we have Spy Family by Tatsuya Endo, Volume 1. Jujutsu Kaisen by Genge Akutami's Volume 16 is at #3. #4 is Kiyoharu Gotoge's Demon Slayer, Volume 1. Let me see what else. Spy Family is at #6, Volume 2. Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 0 is at #7. Dang, we have Spy Family taking a whole bunch of spots. Even Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 1 is at #13. And then we have Chainsaw Man Volume 10 coming in at #14. And Demon Slayer Volume 2 is at #16. And it's like they're really going back and forth between these 3 series, okay? Of course, Demon Slayer ended back in 2019, and the 3rd season should be coming out next year. So this is actually pretty good in terms of, like, here in the US, of how well manga is doing in terms of sales, okay? It's the popular series as of right now, so it's no wonder that we see Demon Slayer, Jujutsu, Chainsaw Man, and Spy Family all ranking within the top 20 books here in the US. So that's good on them, good on the creators. You're reaching heights outside of Japan, you're reaching worldwide, you're coming here to the US, so congrats to all of you. Now let's get into this one. Actually, this one is interesting. There's this news article saying Hiroshi Noda, Takahiro Wakamatsu's No Longer Allowed in Another World manga gets a TV anime. And this is a fantasy manga, follows real-life melancholic author Osamu Dazai being taken to another world. So No Longer Human was created by Osamu Dazai, and of course his name, character, and that book is so popular in Japan that you see him in various different series, books, novels. The biggest one that comes to mind for me for Osamu Dazai and his title No Longer Human is in Bungo Stray Dogs. We have the character Osamu Dazai, and his ability is called No Longer Human, okay? So you see him in various different properties and anime, manga, whatever you can call it, TV shows, novels. So the article is saying this year's combined 32nd and 33rd issue of Shogakukan's weekly Big Comic Spirits magazine revealed on Monday that Hiroshi Noda and Takahiro Wakamatsu's No Longer Allowed in Another World manga is getting a television anime adaptation. And 7 Seas will be releasing the manga's first volume physically and digitally this October. And the company describes the story as a second life in another world with cute girls by your side and video gaming powers. Sounds like a dream, right? Not so for a certain melancholy author who would quite literally rather drop dead. Like, yeah, Osamu was known for wanting to, you know, end it, you know, just end it all. I think he actually did succeed in real life. I think he did. Okay, and then you see in Bungo Stray Dogs with that's counterpart of his real life person. Okay, honestly, all the fantastical adventure is just getting in the way of his poetic dream of finding the perfect place to die. But no matter how much he risks his hide, everything seems to keep turning out okay. Man, when you just want to say, you know, screw life, and life is said, now you gotta still be here, bro. You have no choice. You're living. Okay? Will our terminally depressed hero find a release on life in this cheerfully bleak isekai comedy? Now, I might actually watch when the anime comes out and check out when it's actually released legally here in October. So they say the love after world domination manga duo Noda and Wakamatsu will launch a manga on Shogakukan's Yarawaka Spirits website in October 2019, and it will release the manga 7-volume today, Tuesday. It's the 7 volumes released today. So anybody that's reading the manga currently right now, do tell me, how excited are you about hearing that it's going to get a TV anime adaptation? We don't know when it. Oh, okay, that's it. Okay, so how excited are you guys that, you know, this manga series now is at 7 volumes right now since 2019? How excited are you guys to hear that, hey, this is going to get an anime? And like, what do you like about it? What's some stuff in the series that you enjoy, some things that you hope can be done a little bit better when it comes to the adaptation? We don't know when the anime is coming out. I'm going to say I'm going to gun for 2023, probably either summer or fall of next year. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and listen for any news in regards to when that anime adaptation comes out and when they drop the first promotional video and teaser and of course visual key art, all of that stuff. So yeah, congrats to the Osamu Isekai manga now getting an anime. Okay, this man cannot catch a break at all, even after that. So now moving on, this one actually this one I don't know how to feel about it. It's live action, and I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, I don't know about this series too much, but here it is. It says live action Knights of the Zodiac film gets first look at Comic-Con International in San Diego. So they already told the film's cast, staff to host panel is going to be on July 23rd, that is going to feature behind the scenes footage. And I do see someone that I've seen in different shows, like I think it was that 70 show. So the article reads, Comic-Con International San Diego's website lists that it will take a first look of the live action film of Masami Kurumada's Saint Seiya manga on July 23rd at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, PDT. So Pacific time here might be around 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. The panel will also show behind the scenes footage from the film. So Comic-Con International San Diego takes place from July 21st to 24th. So anybody that has tickets to Comic-Con in San Diego, please go to the panel. Please do tell me how you felt about them showing behind the footage, what they talk about. They'll probably tell news here, but you know, from live experience from anybody that's going to Comic-Con later this month, I would love to hear how you feel about this. Saint Seiya fans, how do you feel that there is going to be a live action movie, and more than likely it's going to show hair? I have a love-hate relationship, and I think a lot of us do, probably some more hate on the side when it comes to live action of anime, manga, video games. Many more times than not, they're not really done right. You know, it's like what made the series so good, and then you get, I mean, it is the blueprint, and then you get these directors and they see the blueprint and yet somehow they still mess it up by trying to change it into something that it's not. Like, and I don't know much about Seiya, but I know it's a big household name in terms of manga and everything, and you know, it's spanned over many years. Many series have parodied off of it, many series have talked about it. It's like the blueprint for other series. I don't know if it's even for, no, that's not even the thing, Gundam or something like that, but to feel that it's getting a live action, and I know that, you know, they do have a producer, a Japanese producer, but it's just like, I fear that they may butcher it. I just feel, I don't think it's gonna. You see, I'm already having doubts. This is what happens when you make a live action movie off of anime and manga, and you continuously butcher it to the point we have no faith in it. Okay, like, bro, like, I'm not even a Saint Seiya fan, but I don't know how to feel for you guys right now. I don't know if I should be happy, or I should feel sad, or I should be just angry. I don't know, but we'll just have to see what's going to happen. We'll just we'll see on July 21st to July 24th and see behind the scenes on how this goes. But yeah, anyone that's going there, please do tell me either here in the comments, on Twitter, on Instagram, how you felt experiencing it firsthand, and then I'll probably do a follow-up video for it during that time for another news video. Now moving on to a video game, Xenoblades Chronicles 3. Anyone that's a fan of Chronicles, Xenoblade Chronicles, it is now being moved. It's now having an introduction. Now, Xenoblades Chronicles 3 Switch RPG's introduction trailer previews game mechanics and possibly new characters. So it launches on July 29th. The main characters include Noah, Uni, Lance, Mio, Tyon, and Senna, and the world features large open areas, so I'm guessing it's open world, right? Colonies with citizens and rest spots. The game will also launch auto navigation and landmarks for warp, so that sounds actually pretty cool. I never played Xenoblades, but I know it's a really well-known game, and now it moved, unless it was always playable on Nintendo, and now it's moved to the Switch. So the newest installment, which is 3, is coming out on July 29th, and they say in battle players can use arts assigned to buttons, link arts for combos, and chain attacks, and swap characters mid-fight. That's actually pretty damn cool. Party members have a class that influences their attributes and how they battle, so I'm guessing depending, you customize your character and you give them certain qualities, attributes, you know, magic. What if you, please do tell me. I never played the games before, but it does sound interesting. Classes include sword fighter, Zafir. Did I pronounce that correctly? Did I? Please do tell me. Medic gunner. So I heal while I also shoot. Are y'all telling me I could heal and I can kill with a gun? I might have to peep this game real quick. Tactician, heavy guard, and orc. Members can change classes. Okay, cool. Characters can also fuse. What is it? Dragon Ball Z? Together to become creatures known as Ouroboros. I'm guessing in the game you go as a group. You have those 6 classes that you're underneath, and I'm guessing in this new game you're allowed to change your class, whatever. And then now they have an additional 7 members, so it's like you guys have a group of 6. Either you play with friends or you know, the CPU version of it. I'm guessing that's what's happening, but that actually sounds really cool. That sounds pretty dang amazing. Okay, so the game will get a paid DLC expansion pass that includes a new story scenario, outfits, quests, and battles, with new installments releasing intermediately through December 2023. Hey, DLC, pay extra money to get that character you like. Okay, the game will launch for the Switch on July 29th, and its originally announced September release date, ahead of its originally announced September release date. Okay, so they're releasing it like what, almost 2 months ahead. A special edition will be available in the My Nintendo store, which will include box artwork from character designer Masasugu Saito, a hardcover art book, and a steel case. So again, congrats to Xenoblades Chronicle 3. You guys are getting the game nearly 2 months ahead of its initial release with a lot of different classes. That sound the one that caught me the most was Medic Gunner, but that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So guys, if you do plan to buy the game on the Switch, do tell me on its gameplay. Tell me how you feel about the game overall, and how do you feel about the trailer that they just dropped. What were some things that you found impressive, some things that you hope that they can fix just before the launch of the game, and if not, what they can fix over the span by leading into DLC characters, and how they can fix whatever mechanics, any gameplay, any of that stuff over time. Now, let's get into the last one, which is, I guess it's a no-brainer, but given since the pandemic and everything and the height of people buying video games, I think that I'm gonna end the video on this. In a way, it's not too bad in terms of a drop. So the article starts off where it says, Ampere analysts report video game industry projected to decline by 1.2% in 2022. So you know, since the height of the pandemic and everyone had to stay home, and then you heard a lot of people buying a lot of video games, playing them online because they couldn't really go outside. And then you see GameStop kind of did decline, but they did make, a rise during these 2 years, 2020 to 2022. But as stated, it says also GameStop terminates CFO Michael Mekupero after a year at the company, reveals more layoffs. So a lot of people are getting laid off. Ooh. And after a year, you got fired, my dude? You left? So it says CNBC reported on Thursday that a report by research and market data firm Ampere Analysis projects that the global video games and services market might decline by 1.2% year on year to US 188 billion in 2022. According to Ampere's projections, however, the industry is expected to bounce back and achieve value of 195 billion in 2023. The global video games industry expanded by 26% and grew to 191 billion in size from 2019 to 2021. So again, around, it depends on which part of 2019, because we really didn't hit the pandemic until 2020, but it was making news in the late half of 2019. So again, it really did have that skyrocketed height because everybody had to stay home, and it was during the time of the pandemic. But then again, when GameStop had to go for bankruptcy, I think it was in 2019 or 2020, a lot of people bought from the stock market from GameStop, and then it made its bounce back during the pandemic. But it looks like, GameStop, its methods, I'm guessing it is kind of old and everything, because more people are buying, from what I understand, more people are buying digitally. A lot less people are going to buy physical copies because everything is becoming more digital. We are living in a digital age. So GameStop is behind the curve and everything in terms of it's there, and it's nice to be able to go in, trade, be able to get physical copies. But with new game systems like the PlayStation 5, the new Xbox system with Switch, and everything is accessible by the click of a button, going to a store at this point is almost unnecessary. Yes, some of us still, probably many of us still, like having a physical copy of a game or owning one physically in our hands, but as technology is progressing, it's going to come to a point where there's no need for a physical store. At this point, GameStop may become a purely internet store where people could buy from them instead of probably buying from PlayStation Store or Xbox Store or Nintendo eStore, that type of stuff. But it's understandable that they're underperforming and they have to fire people and all that stuff. That hype that they got from the stock market after, during the pandemic is now coming down. That's completely understandable. The article goes to say also that Sony revealed in its financial results presentation for the fiscal year 2021, or April 1st, 2021 to March 1st, 2022, that it had shipped a total of 19.3 million units of its PlayStation 5 console worldwide, with 2 million of those units shipping in the final quarter of the fiscal year. This represents 1.3 million fewer units shipped over the same period last year, when Sony shipped 3.3 million units in the final quarter of fiscal year 2020. Nintendo's latest earnings report of fiscal year 2021, April 1st to 2021 to March 31st, 2022, stated that shortages of semiconductor components and other parts resulted in a 20% decrease of console sales that fiscal year to 23.06 million units, down from fiscal year 2020's 28.83 million units in sales. The company's sales projections for April 2022 to March 2023 expect an 8.9% drop in console sales to 21 million. So that might actually hurt the companies. Understandable. Again, more people are going out. Probably people aren't staying really home to go play on their games as much. With them, mask people going out trying to go for work and everything. People now trying to go back to their normal life pre-pandemic. You're not having people staying home as much, so it's understandable, again, like I stated, that there is going to be a loss in sales. What they had in the height of, say, 2019 to 2021, people being home, people not having much to do, people being able to buy games to preoccupy themselves, communicating with people from home and everything. But now that things are opening up, okay, people are able to go out more. These companies, in terms of seeing the physical releases, shipping them to people, is going to be less compared to anything the year 2021 going back. But hopefully they do make a bounce back. There are going to be new games releasing starting this year, from summer to next year, say March. Some hot games are coming out, because they did have like a gaming showcase like a month ago, or in May too. So they may see an increase, but we'll just have to hear some news in terms of that. But guys, that's all the news I have for you today. Do tell me how well did I do. This is my first time, so I was kind of nervous in doing this, but as I continue doing this and getting used to it, of course, I'll have more to tell you. I'll be a little bit more sure in myself in all of this, but it's really just to get you guys up to date. There's a whole lot of news, so I may not be able to cover everything. I do pick topics that I find the most interesting personally for me, but of course, you can always go into Anime's News Network. If I find anything on social media like Twitter, mainly Twitter, I'll also tell it in one of these videos for you guys, so you guys can see it. Of course, I'll always drop the links in the description box, so you guys can click on the links and read the articles for yourself and get a better understanding of it. And you guys can always come back and leave some comments below on some stuff that you want me to possibly cover, and any anime, manga news, anything that you find interesting. I would definitely love to hear from you guys. And I'm Kimmy-chan of Anime Legends, and of course, again, the links are in the description box, so you guys go check that out. And I will see you guys later. Bye!